Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 12, and he has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds with a hand-over-hand method, and then I paint the rest. So here we are. I am painting. I am a little tired today, but that's kind of par for the course sometimes. We didn't have a busy day, but tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and so we went to Cabela's today. Santa came, and so we met our friends there, one of Owen's friends, and we saw Santa, and then we were going to go to the park, but Owen decided he didn't want to go to the park, so we came home. And as we're coming home, he then decided that he did want to go to the park, and I said, but we already passed the park. So he said that he wants to go tomorrow, but then he told me he doesn't want to go anywhere tomorrow, and we were supposed to go to dinner at my parents', so that's what he said today. But tomorrow's a brand new day, so we'll cross that road all of the things tomorrow when it is actually happening, because you never know what's gonna go on. So but otherwise, Owen had a good day. He was much calmer today than he has been over the last week or so, and he's kind of settling into the fact that he's on his fall break. Towards the end of the break, when he is getting closer and closer to going back to school, it gets a little more I don't want to use the word easier, because that's really not what it is, but it gets a little less stressful for him, and so that kind of makes it where he can handle that he's on I keep wanting to say spring break, on his fall break, and that the time is coming closer and closer to being done. So that's one of the things I kind of have to remind him of, that he's close to being done with his break. So we're getting there. And he will be very happy when he goes back to school. It's just very, it's emotional, it's hard, it's I don't even know what the right words are. There's just so much to it for him. So the more I add to this, the more I'm wanting it to look one way, and it's kind of got a mind of its own at this point. So we will see what keeps happening, and as it dries and I keep changing my mind, oh, I'm ready for Thanksgiving, and This is always a hard week. I lost my brother in November 26th of 2021, and so it was Thanksgiving that week as well. It's just emotional. There's just lots and lots of emotions with all of that. And so thinking about it and thinking through all the things, it's just hard. It's just hard. And this year's kind of slapped me silly a little bit with missing him and just dealing through his death, dealing with it's okay, it's just paint. We'll move it along in a moment there, but it's lots of grief dealing with something that truly was completely unexpected. I mean, we went through it for about a week, but it was not that there was nothing that would have prepared me for this at all. Never in a million years would I think that my brother would be gone. It's just impossible to even think about or comprehend. There's no real words, no real words to even deal with it. And so as Thanksgiving is here, it's even more kind of like, how did this happen? Why did it happen? How is it possible? I mean, any and all the questions is something that I question over and over and over again. And so I really, some days I just don't even know how to process it, or how to grieve through it, or how to not grieve. I really don't know. I don't know. So there's days that just baffle me. So I try to let other parts of it just fade away. But I'm trying to focus on the good stuff. And the good stuff is that Owen had a good day. That's what I'm gonna keep working through. He liked going to see Santa, and he enjoyed seeing the fish and seeing his friend. He was very excited about that. And when we got there, before our friends got there, we saw some other people from our church, and that made him really happy. So it was just a nice day for him. And I keep thinking about what he said he's not going to go. Sometimes he gets a little confused about when he has days off like this, he ends up going to his grandma's on extra days. Like he went on Monday, and we're supposed to go tomorrow, but we're supposed to go together, and that throws him off. It's hard for him because he wants to have grandma time and not me be there. And when I go, I usually go, like, to pick him up, I go after they've had their day, so he's kind of used to me being there at the end of the day, which, like I said, that throws him off because he's thinking that he's not going to have time with his grandma, and so that kind of changes what he thinks. So he's saying he doesn't want to go because he wants to go on Saturday, and he doesn't completely understand that he can go all the days, and that it's just different because I'm going to be there. And as the older he gets, the more he comprehends it. When he was younger, it was like complete meltdowns the whole time, and it just broke my heart because, you want to spend time with your family, and he just can't process it. He doesn't understand it. It doesn't make sense to him. And so it's just very hard to figure out how to help him or deal with his emotions and let him know that it's okay, even though he can't really comprehend what's going on. So there we are with lots of the greens again. I always tend to add so many of the greens. So then I end up going back and trying to lessen the greens. And then I decide I want another green, but not as much as it was before. So then we begin into a jungle, but I'm going to stop. So we got O for Owen, and then L and B. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.